Hello everybody, Mr. Horgan with you once again for another retro edition of the Price is Right Pricing Game Recap. And joining me as co-host once again from Quistampsis, New Brunswick, Canada, BenMasonTelevision.
Of course, it's just me. Let's just get on with the show, because I have a feeling we're in for a wild ride.
Well, requested by my co-host, here's The Price is Right that aired back on September 23rd, 1992.
Ooh.
And today's October 23rd, 2012. Just to let you know, 1 month ago was the 20-year anniversary of this episode.
All right. All right.
All right, indeed. Okay, here are the pricing games that were played on this day. Super Ball, check game, dice game, one right price, any number, and any ante. Now, just like the last retro pricing game recap, I'm going to start off with this music.
Of course.
The first contestant was Maureen. She played Super Ball for a chance to win a Barbecues Galore Australia's Turbo Gas Barbecue Grill, modeled by the juicy Janet Pennington. A Broyhill 86-inch Camelback sofa with cherry wood trim accent pillows, modeled by the dazzling Diane Parkinson. And a pair of Kawasaki Zephyr sport bikes, modeled by the happy Holly Hallstrom. This was a Super Bowl prize package worth $9,702.
Wow.
Now, here were the prizes for the three balls. Ball number one was an Old English cherry finished tapestry style sewing box. Ball number two had a Muncie Moosey sandwich maker, just easy for me to say, and an Oster cutting edge knife sharpener. Alright, so first for ball number one, for that sewing box, Maureen believed it was $60 and not $88. Janice revealed the price to be $60.
Alright.
Now for ball number two, for the sandwich maker from Muncie, she believed it was $30 and not $17. Janice revealed the price to be $30.
Alright.
And finally, for ball number three, for the knife sharpener, she believed it was $27 and not $19. Janice revealed the price to be $27. She won all three balls. Now on to the practice balls. In Bob's practice throw, his throw was a little far right. When Maureen did her practice throw, hers was just a bit to the left, far left. Now on to the real thing. First, ball number one for the barbecue. Maureen got the ball in the win circle!
Alright!
Now for ball number two for the sofa. That ball landed in the win circle as well!
Alright!
And finally, for ball number three for the sport bike, Maureen got ball number three, rolled it down, and it went into
the win circle.
Exactly right! She won all three prizes!
That's the first time in history that Maureen got all three of the prizes with the balls alone.
Now it was time for her to win some more cash.
That's right, with the Super Bowl, she could still win, well, some more cash. But more on that after we talk about the Super Bowl prize. Mr. Horgan, if you would please.
My pleasure. The Super Bowl prize was Spencer's infant and children's wear. Maureen believed it was $14 and not $9. The price revealed by Janice was $14.
Okay, alright.
Now, in the Super Bowl, winnings are tripled. If it lands in 50,
if it goes from the 50, Maureen gets $150. If it goes from the 100, she gets $300. But if she gets in the win circle, she gets $3,000. $3,000. That's a lot.
It sure is.
And did you say the prize package is worth over $9,000?
$9,702.
$9,702. That means if Maureen gets in the win circle, she will win $12,702 in cash and prizes. Yeah, and you know what? Bob even explained that this may have been the very first time that he's ever had to explain it, because there was no use of explaining it before. Anyway, let's see how Maureen did.
Yes.
Shall we?
Yes, let's. Maureen got the Super Ball. She wound it up by...
Did the Super Ball have a dollar sign on it?
Huh?
The Super Ball. It had a dollar sign on it, of course.
I believe it does.
Yeah.
Alright. Maureen took the Super Ball. She rolled it down. And the Super Ball landed in...
the win circle?
That's right! The win circle indeed! Yes!
Right.
Yes! Yes! Maureen won $3,000 in cash along with the 3 prizes for a grand total of $12,702.
Like I said before.
Oh yeah, and boy, I gotta tell you, what an awesome way to start off that show.
And after Bob came back from the commercial break, the audience was still amazed in Studio 33, and Bob said, "Can it keep up for another hour? Can we keep it going?" Well, let's start finding out right now, shall we?
On to pricing
game, Mr. Horgan.
Yes, pricing game number 2, check game. And that was played by Diane. She was playing for an Almost Heaven of Renick, West Virginia freestanding barrel sauna modeled by the kinky Kathleen Bradley. And by the way,
Diane, the contestant.
Exactly right. Diane, the contestant, and not Diane Parkinson, was playing check game. Now, Bob has asked Diane, the contestant, if she knows how to play the check game. Well, needless to say, her explanation was kind of off.
I know. We know how to play the game. You write a check for a certain amount of money, if it totals $5,000 to $6,000, she wins the money and the prize.
Exactly.
Anywhere
right.
under $5,000 to $6,000 or over $6,000, then that's a lot. Oh, we all know that.
Right. All right. Diane wrote the blank check for $2,500. She actually...
That was the original name of the game.
That's right. She broke down the money amount in words first before writing down the numerical value, I should add. Now, that was lit up in the amount of the check portion on the check game board. And now Kathleen revealed the actual resale price. It was $3,325 for a grand total of $5,825. Diane won not only that barrel sauna, but $2,500 in cash.
All right, good win. Good game.
And I believe Janice was the one who gave the cash check to Diane. All right.
You know, before I go on any further, you realize now it's been over 3.5 years since check game has last been played on The Price is Right on the. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Of course.
I missed that game. That's a very fun game, check game.
All right.
Okay.
What's next, Mr. Horgan?
Next was Dice Game, and that was played by Terry. And the prize was a Pontiac Grand Am SE Coupe modeled by Holly. Now, Janice and Diane brought out the Dice Game table, if memory serves me right.
Of course.
The first number in the price of the car was 1, so free number given here.
Of course.
For the second number, Terry ruled a 3. Was 3 the second number? It was!
It was?
Yes, it was! You got that exactly right.
All right, that's good.
Now for the third number, Terry ruled a 4. Was 4 the third number? No, it wasn't. He went lower.
We'll see if that's right later.
For the fourth number, he rolled a 5. Was 5 the fourth number? No, it was not. He went lower again, going with the odds. And for the fifth number, he rolled a 2. Was 2 the last number? It was! He got that one right, too.
I thought it was a 5.
Well, it turned out to be a 2.
Alright.
Alright. Bob went to the fourth number first. Was that lower than a 5? It was. It was a 1. Now to the third number. The only 2 numbers it couldn't be were a 5 or a 6.
Stop thinking about that. Just give us the correct number, please.
Alright, the third number in the price of the Pontiac Grand Am SE Coupe was... BenMasonTelevision, it was a 6!
Oh, my Lord. Looks like Roger pulled a Mike Richards there.
Yes, he sure did. Actual retail price, $13,612.
Or was it Roger, or was it Phil Rossi who pulled the Mike Richards? I don't know. Could have been either one of them.
Yeah, either one of them is right. Alright, Elaine played one right price for a trip to Denmark that included a 6-night stay at the Ascot Hotel, modeled by Diane, and a trip to Fiji, where that included a 6-night stay in a hotel that I don't think they really specified, but I can tell you the trip was modeled by Holly. Janice brought out the one right price of $6,724. After asking Bob where Fiji is, she decided that the one right price went to the trip to Denmark. So, when Janice placed the price of $6,724 on the trip to Denmark and revealed the actual retail price, it was $6,724! She won both trips, including the trip to Fiji marked at $5,776. She won both trips totaling $12,500.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a game like that. Pretty good.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of money for...
Myrna played any number for a chance to win either a Geo Storm 2+2 Sport Coupe modeled by Holly and Janice, an exercise video collection modeled by Kathleen, or money in the piggy bank.
Which we don't want.
No, we do not. First number in the price of the car was 1.
You don't see mine up there, number 1 up there as well. Let's go.
Alright. Myrna first chose 5. That was the first number in the videos.
Ooh, $500. That's pretty good.
Next she chose 3, and that was the second number in the car.
Alright. $13,000 worth of Geo. Yeah.
Next she chose the 6. 6 was the second number in the piggy bank.
Ooh.
Next she chose 9, and that was the third number in the videos.
Uh-oh, one more number, and she's got those videos.
Now she chose 7. Was 7 a lucky pick? Well, I'll tell you that it was the third number in the piggy bank.
Oh, now she's in trouble.
Yeah, trouble is an understatement. Let's see if she can bounce back to win the car. Alright, she next chose 4. 4 was the third number in...
the car.
That's right, the car. She was still in it. Now she chose 2. 2 was the fourth number in the car.
Alright, it came down to this.
One spot remaining for all 3 prizes. Myrna chose 0. Well, 0 was the last number in the car prize. She won the car price at $13,420. And of course,
the videos were worth $510 for those who were playing along at home.
well, just to correct you, it was actually $519.
$519. Sorry about that. How much was in the piggy bank?
$8.67.
That's not very much.
No,
that's not very much today either.
No, it's not.
But anyway, she won the car. Who cares? Last game.
Last game was Penny Ante, played by Nancy. The prize package was an Ashley Furniture Alexandria Marble Malachite finished bedroom group and a spring wall queen size chiropractic mattress and spring set, all modeled by Janet. A prize package worth $3,889. Now Bob gave Nancy 3 pennies before the game began. If she made a mistake, it would cost her 1 penny. And if she lost all 3 pennies on 3 mistakes, the game would be over. But if she had even 1 penny remaining, she'd win, of course.
Yeah, of course, to explain it to those who may not know, what was the first product?
Well, first product on the left side of the board was liquid all detergent. Now, 4 prices were on display. $3.29, $4.75, $5.25, $4. Once again, that's $3.29, $4.75, $5.25, and $4 even. Nancy first chose $4. Bob pressed the $4 button, and the word was no. Cost her a penny. Now she chose $4.75. Bob pressed that button, and out came the word no. That cost her another penny. She had 1 penny left. She cannot make a mistake here or the game was over. She chose $3.29. Bob pressed the button of that price, and the word appeared to be
no.
Actually, yes!
Oh, all right.
She was still alive.
Still alive. If she gets this one right, next one right, it'll be a miracle. Hey, let's see what happens.
On the right side of the Penny Ante board was Tootsie Roll Pop.
Yummy.
Oh yeah, I love those. The prices were either, well, these were the choices of the price. 89 cents, $1.99, $1.50, and $1.29. Nancy had to be exactly right here to win. She believed it was $1.29. Bob pressed the button of the price of $1.29, and when he did, the word was yes!
It was! Wow!
Nancy became a winner and defied the odds with just having that 1 penny left.
Hey, and you know what? We had a 5-6 win show with dice games being the only loss. But let's move on.
5 out of 6 pricing games, like you mentioned, Ben Mason Television. That is a very
Super Bowl, check the game, one right price, A number, and of course, penny ante.
well done on the listing of the winning pricing games, Ben Mason Television.
Yeah.
Well done. I also got to point out that we also gave away a total of $6,500 in cash. Maureen won $3,000 in Super Bowl. Diane won $2,500 in check games, and she also won $1,000 in the first Showcase Showdown.
No money in the bonus spin, though.
Nope. So, MVPs, Maureen, Diane, Elaine, Myrna, and Nancy.
Maureen, of course, is the big winner. She set up the highlight of the show, winning over $12,000, including $3,000 worth of cash in Super Bowl for the perfect playing. It's a record that's never been duplicated ever on the show.
What an accomplishment by her. Now, I got to point out that Diane also won her showcase aside from winning money and the prize in check games. Her showcase included, I love the sound of this, a trip to Atlantic City where I have been numerous times with my friends. It included...
Ooh, that's right.
Oh yeah, I love it there. It included a 6-night stay at the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino, modeled by Kathleen. Also a game room that included a beach billiards 21 conversion bar set, modeled by Janice, a Batman pinball machine modeled by Diane and Holly, and a nostalgic... Pinball, one of my favorite games to play in an arcade or wherever.
Holy pinball, Batman!
The showcase also included a nostalgic red lacquer player piano modeled by Holly. Diane bid $10,000 on her showcase. The actual retail price, $24,105. A difference of $14,105.
The other contestant went over, I think.
Yeah, the other contestant did go over. I was a little stunned on the actual retail price of that showcase that Diane won, to be quite honest with you. Wow. Nonetheless, Diane won a grand total of $32,185 in cash and prize.
Including the $3,500 in one, $2,500 in blank check game, and $1,000 in the big wheel.
That's correct. Now time for the sponsor. Promotional consideration for this retro edition of the Price is Right Pricing and Recap is provided by Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood. Never been there, but it sounds like a blast.
I went there with my friends in New York City back in June. Had a great time there, eating out there.
I've been in New York City once, like 7 years ago, and I had a great time there.
I'm very happy to hear it.
Good.
All right. The next retro pricing and recaps requested by my co-host BenMasonTelevision will be for the following dates: November 28th, 1975. Is that right?
Yeah, November 28th, 1975, and the other one is the
July 1st,
July 1st, 1977, the Canada Day version. But that's an American show. Who cares about that? Well, I do.
Well, of course. From Canada, July 1st, Canada Day. And of course, J. Van Diesel also has requested for me to recap the December 1st, 1992 episode. But it's not on YouTube at the moment, so he informed me that TV Lover or Game Show Temple should have that episode.
TV Lover? I'm a big fan of his.
He's got some pretty good videos, I must say.
Look, he does. So does Game Show Temple.
Well, BenMasonTelevision, as always, has been a lot of fun having you on this retro edition of the Pricing Game Recap for The Price is Right.
As always, I thank you, Mr. Horgan.
My pleasure, and I cannot wait.
By the way, for the November 28th, 75 and the Canada Day 77 episodes, I will join you. So keep on the lookout for that, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it from BenMasonTelevision. Join us again real soon for another retro edition of the Price is Right Pricing Game Recap. Now it's time to say goodbye. This is Mr. Horgan.
And this is BenMasonTelevision. Remember to touch your spade and neuter. It'll help keep the crack population under control. That's a wrap, everyone. See you later.
Bye for now, everyone.
Bye.